Hi, this is Empress Ciku Kimani-Mwaniki, an author, a writer, a journalist, a mountaineer, and a host in the YouTube program Author's Feats. First of all, I worship the god of Mugikuyu, facing Mount Kenya. Like we usually say, I pray facing Mount Kenya. Like, dudes, I'm an author. I can write stories. I can spin a good story. Because even the people who review the book and then come and tell me, Shiko, kweli we ni mwandishi. Life is a tragedy. Life is really tragic. So I think because eventually it's going to be a tragedy, just look for the good. Live. Look for the happy.
Welcome to Conversations in Literature. My name is Eric Rogara. I am here yet again with a fantastic guest. She is the author of 4 books: Nairobi Cocktail, Immigrant Cocktail, Cocktail of the Savannah, and A Cocktail of Unlikely Stories.
Tales. Thank you.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Being good to be on this other side. The last time we sat like this, I was interviewing you.
Yeah. How does it feel to be on that side?
I'll just warn you, just be careful. I might take over.
Take over.
Yeah?
By all means.
Okay. Joking.
How's it been since then?
It's been. I don't think I've published a book since the last time we were together.
No, you have.
Have I? Oh, that was before
Yes.
Unlikely Tales, a cocktail of Unlikely Tales. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's been interesting. It's been a time to say yes to a lot of things. And sometimes when you say yes to a lot of things, you get overwhelmed. So it's been overwhelming, it's been scary, but it's been interesting and exciting.
What does saying yes to a lot of things entail?
I think a few years ago I decided I'll be saying yes to every opportunity offered to me, as long as it's not illegal.
There's a movie by Jim Carrey. You know that movie?
I think I got that from that. Although it's a movie, I watched that movie a long time ago. It's an old movie.
It's called Yes
Yeah,
Man.
Yes Man.
Yes.
When he decided to say yes to everything.
Yes,
and I decided to do that.
Yes.
As long as it's not illegal. And like I said, it's been overwhelming. So I've had writing opportunities, I've had mentoring opportunities, I've tried so many new things that have been both scary and exciting. But yeah, all in all, and I also turned 50, so that's a big one. So maybe the saying yes has something to do with thinking, I'm running out of time.
But I'm wondering, from your personality, you're a pretty outgoing person, extroverted.
Absolutely.
Were you ever a no person?
No. I don't think so. No.
Oh, you said no.
No. I don't think I was ever really a no person.
Yeah.
But how can I put it? This one is very deliberate. It's like deliberated at learning new things and taking new opportunities. Before that, the yeses usually used to be about, okay, where are we going to hang out? Yeah. So which road should we follow when we are doing the road trip? That kind of thing. Yeah, but that's adventurous, I'd say that. But this is more not really adventurous. This is a bit like proving myself that I can do things I never tried to do before. Yeah.
Where did you get your can-do personality?
I'm a last born, so is that a thing with last borns?
I don't know, maybe.
Maybe it is. I don't know. I've not thought.
Were you a girl climbing trees, doing all those
Yeah, of course.
Did you have brothers?
I have 5 brothers.
Now that explains.
Yeah, I have 5 brothers. Awesome human beings. And I think also the time I was born, there were more boys in the village than girls. So you have fewer girls to play with. So boys, of course, were I sometimes I think I didn't realize I was a girl until the boys started going for circumcision, and you're like,
really?
why am I not going?
How
that kind of thing.
How old were you? Like, you knew you were...
You're talking about a 13, 14-year-old village
I
girl.
know you knew you were a girl, eh? But maybe it hadn't sunk in.
It hadn't sunk in. Of course, I knew that we were different, yeah? But it hadn't sunk in that we were that different, that at some point that you have to be really separated like that, like forcefully. Because, of course, now the boys will start looking at you different and everybody's telling you don't play with boys. I think it was a sad ending to that era.
Then what happened? Now that when you became a girl, what happened?
I don't think much changed.
Did your life change?
No.
Your perspective?
Well, yeah, of course, you have to keep away from the boys like that. So you can't.
Did you now start doing things which were more girly?
No.
Yeah.
No. No, I didn't. I didn't take care of anyone.
In all that time as a kid,
yeah,
were you reading stories, reading books?
Oh yeah. Oh, I was a reader. Actually, I was introduced to the world of reading through James Hadley Chase, because my siblings were and are still readers. Yeah, they were readers, and those were the books they had. But I'm much younger than my siblings. The one I follow is 6 years older than me. So I'm a Noop's baby. Yeah, I'm a Noop's baby. So everybody was much older. So when they were doing the metamorphosis, is that how you say it?
Yes.
Did I say it right?
Yes.
Of books.
Yes.
I was still a kid. So when I got to reading age,
So it's James Hadley Chase.
Yes, that's what they were reading.
My Life in Crime.
Stuff like that. Well, yeah, I don't think I read that at home. I think that was in school, in high school. So that was what I was introduced to. And then I went down several bars, because now in high school, I got introduced to Kina Mills and Booze. You know, when you come from James Hadley Chase and then you come.
So you started with reading crime novels.
Yes, yes, I did.
And then you discovered romance.
And then I discovered romance.
Have you written? Do you write crime?
I
know you write.
I think I do. I think my books are a fusion of crime and romance. Especially the one that is coming up next, book number 5. It's very deliberately a crime novel, but also love stories, because I think we look at criminals, and I say in quotes criminals because I particularly don't think somebody like a prostitute is a criminal. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
But now the book has prostitutes and thieves and all those guys navigating love. So you get to know their love stories and you get to know the crimes they do, and then try to sort of get into their psyche on why are they what they are, why are we here. So yeah, I'd say I write crime. I think I do.
I think crime and romance, there's a thin line between them.
Really? How is that?
They're both sort of fantasies.
No, romance is not a fantasy though.
It is. I mean, I don't mean in real life. I mean the genre.
Now I get it.
The crime
genre, I see what you mean.
Yeah, the crime genre is about a fantasy about criminals, but they are stylized. They're not like real criminals.
That is true.
It's a criminal with a code.
And you can bring their good side so that we get to know them.
If it's a prostitute, it's a hooker with a heart of gold. So it's a So like if it's, look at John Kiramiti, he writes My Life in Crime. Then he writes My Life with a Criminal. What does that say? It's the same. It's the same. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's fiction. Yeah, fiction.
Yeah.
Although fiction is really stuff that happens.
Even in real life, when you see somebody has stolen, like bank robbing in Kenya, when there's a bank robber in Kenya and you hear they've stolen 2 billion, go on social media.
You want them to get away with it.
Kenyans want them to get away with it.
And I don't even think it's just Kenyans. Yeah. You just want such a brain to get away. You feel like they kind of deserve. That was a lot of work,
Yeah, and even I remember, like in the US in the 1930s, there were all these famous bank robbers, John Dillinger. They've made movies about them. These ones, Frank, is it? These two, Clyde and somebody, Bonnie and Clyde.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yes, these were real criminals, but they turned that into a movie.
Yeah,
so
and
it's,
of course,
it's romantic.
it's romanticized as well.
Yes, but probably in real life they were really brutal. But in the romantic sense, they're really thrilling and exciting.
That is true.
Yeah. So will we see more crime fiction from you?
Let's see how this one works. Number 5.
Number 5 is
it's the one that is like crime, more crime than romance. Let's see how that works. If that works, it's a genre maybe I could try and. But I don't know if I could do crime completely because I am too. When I'm down, when I'm in doubt about life, I think about love, and I even if I can't experience it, I want to write about it. So I think that's something that will have to be with me.
What's the appeal of romance?
It makes everything so good.
And you don't like unhappy endings?
Unfortunately, all endings are unhappy because we eventually all die.
Yes.
So I call them happy beginnings. The moments Eric and so they get it on and they go through all these enemies. Now they've finished that bit, so now they're beginning again. Because life is a tragedy. Life is really tragic. So I think because eventually it's going to be a tragedy, just look for the good, live, look for the happy.
All soap operas end with the wedding.
Yeah, but they don't show you what happens after the wedding.
They don't show you what happens after the wedding. But I think it's I think it's good. I used to be of the opinion that stories with tragic endings are better. But I've changed my opinion on that. Like, I think happy endings are good.
They really
like
are.
Happy endings, especially if it's a well-written one, it leaves the reader whole.
Yeah.
Like your soul, there's all these tribulations that the characters go through, and your psyche is taken through that.
Yeah.
And then the writer brings it all together, and there's a hopeful ending or a happy ending.
There you go.
And you feel good.
You do.
And you leave that a better human being.
You do. Yeah. Because I think life has a lot of challenges, and then unfortunately the challenges are easy to come by than so you need to actively look for happiness and happy bits, I think. Because, that's why even like, for instance, in news, Eric, you watch news. I don't watch news unless I'm looking for something in particular. I really do not watch news. And I know that's like burying my head in the sand, and I say it's all good. I'm good with burying my head in the sand. So I don't watch news for the simple reason that I don't see anything good unless it's a feature. Yeah? News, die, tragedy, kill, da. So I think it's a reflection of what society is, that it's full of so many bad things that we forget to look for the good things. So I have deliberately blocked that bit and decided I'm going to deliberately look for happy things. I'm deliberately not going to let people make me angry. Although, like, of course, the only thing I don't manage to not get angry about is human rights abuses. But other things, even social media, that's why I have fun. I laugh. Because I deliberately look for happiness and deliberately look for the silver lining. You have to. You really have to. And like writing books with happy beginnings, books with, even if these people are going through all this, that at the end there's hope and there's, light at the, whatever tunnel. It's part of it. Yeah. I don't watch horror movies. I don't read horror books. I don't. My genre, I'll do a thriller, crime thriller, and if I realize it's getting a bit, then I'll put it aside and I'll move on and I'll look for a romance book. Laugh is good.
What do your readers, what kind of feedback do they usually give in terms, not in terms of, oh, is the story good or whatever. No, like, let's say your readers.
Yeah.
Your readers love your stories.
Yeah.
So it's not, I'm not asking.
Yeah.
If they say it's good, I'm asking in terms of how they love, what do they love in the stories? That's what I think I want to ask.
I think because they can identify with or identify most of the characters. Because I think, unfortunately, a lot of times when we're doing a book, we still have this thing in our head of you have to be a good girl to get married to these, tall, dark, and handsome dude, rich. I forgot to add that. But it doesn't work like that. Yeah. There are very few good girls. And when I say good girls, is because the ones like we used to read in Mills and Booth, those ones, they totally messed us up. Because they want you to be, I don't know, a virgin who's never looked badly at their cats, like you have to be pure. So what I do, what I think my readers identify with is I can write about bad girls and bad boys, yet they find love. Yeah, because at the end of the day, you still have human emotions. You might be a guy who goes insulting people, but you still have human emotions that you're capable of falling in love. And I think that's the beat. Like I'll mention the prostitute again. Everybody thinks a prostitute is, I don't know, like they'll die of misery and stuff like that. And I have personally had 2 prostitutes and very good friends. And I'm telling you, those 2 girls, I think one died, unfortunately. I think they are 2 of the best human beings I've met in this world. First, they have nothing to hide. They have no appearances to keep. And what they're telling you is actually what? Because, society has stripped them of any shame. I mean, they are already the low of the lowest. So if they're going to tell you something, they're going to tell you something because that's what they think, not because they think that's what you want to hear. So the prostitutes, those 2 girls taught me a lot about humanity. And I think they are also a big influence because, gosh, I might even start having a reputation because I don't think there's a book of mine without a prostitute. And they are actually not bad people.
Was there a prostitute in Cocktail the Savannah?
Yeah, but actually
that's
no.
the one I've read. Yeah,
that's the only one that did have a prostitute. Yeah, actually, because that one had a particular theme. Yeah, it had a particular. But the other books, prominent prostitutes. Even this one, even the new one that is coming on, prominent prostitutes.
I loved the level of research in that book
of Savannah.
You told me you researched. Like, I found there was a lot of information about the Maasai culture. So you must have done some research.
I did. Actually, I had what I call consultant, Raphael. I don't know how to say his second name, Parsankal, something like that. Raphael, he's a teacher in Maasai land in Kajiado. Kajiado, no. I'll remember where. But yeah, he was awesome. He was totally awesome. I would just sometimes wake up in the middle of the night and remember something and then, send him stuff. Like, I need to know this, I need to know this. How does this work? It helped that I had a stint working with a tour company in, I think about 2009.
Because the one character ran a tour company in that book.
Yes. So that helped. I worked and I did a lot of Masai Mara trips and, other parts of the country, but mostly Masai Mara. It helped that I knew the terrain and I knew the people, because once you start going back a lot of times, there are things you'd have to be like a complete buffoon not to understand some of these things. And then you get to know them, you get to be their friends, and I always thought they would make a really good story. Yeah, so that was well researched. That was well researched.
What about the current one? You said it's about a criminal.
Yeah.
So have you
Research?
Do you have a criminal consultant?
The thing is, all my books,
Yes.
which I think maybe it's the same for all authors. I think my books, my books are always based on a character I know.
Is that intentional or it just happens?
It just happens. I look and I'm like, wait. Maybe one day I'll base a character on a dude who loved 15th century Florence. Do your viewers know you're obsessed with 15th century Florence?
Yeah.
So yeah, it just kind of triggers. It's usually like a eureka moment. It's like, wait, I think Nani would make such an Nini. But what I do, of course, because you want to protect people. You change things. So the character could have been a man, but they'll end up a woman. The character could have been a 50-year-old, but they end up being the 25-year-old. But it's the story I'm interested in. So I can weave it anyway from that moment.
Are you more interested in character or plot?
I think they're both equally important. I think they're both equally important.
But which one would you say is like, when you're writing a story, there's the thing which you're really excited about. Like if you are interested in plot, you'll be thinking of twists, and then if you're interested in character, you're like, I want to see how they live together, how they speak to each other.
I don't bother about those things, and I think that's one of the things maybe I should be thankful for. But I didn't go to a journalism school because I think I'd be too bothered about details like that. I just write, and enough times I've told people that I have characters that become dictators.
I know exactly what
yes
you're saying. Like you have a story, you have a plot.
Yep.
This has happened to me
Yes.
not more than once.
Yeah.
Actually, probably every time. You have a plot that you have designed, you've written it down. You have you're very clear on how it's going to be.
Absolutely. You even have the ending.
You sit down to write. It's going well. Then one character who wasn't even part of this plan, like a random character,
decides.
They come in and then they start speaking, and then they take
everything
over.
Just crumbles.
The story changes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think if I worried about plot or character, I think I don't think it would work. So I just write, Eric. I just write. So later is when, of course, you'll start thinking, okay, this one maybe is too there.
I think it's I'll answer for you. It's character.
You think so?
No, it's character because there are people who are plot driven. There is like Ken Follett. I heard about Ken Follett. That the way he does it, I think he has drawers or something, and he has like, I don't know if each drawer is a chapter. And he has details. He puts things in each of those drawers.
My God.
So it's like before he writes, he has created an entire cathedral of plot.
Yeah.
And his books are huge,
Yeah.
And they have so much detail. And for me, when I think of that, I get a headache.
Me too. Our very own absolutely amazing author, Kenyan Kombani.
Yes.
Kombani is my friend as well. Awesome dude.
Yes.
Kombani tells me he knows how the book will end. So I guess that's what you mean by plot driven.
Yes.
He knows how it starts. He knows how it will end. And I can't
okay, but
identify.
Does he know the middle?
I guess the middle is what he needs to fill up now.
Okay.
Whatever he does, it's gonna end up there.
That's not necessarily plot driven per se, because a lot of people are like that. The plot people, they are organized through even the middle, like they know everything.
That would make me so sick.
So because for me it's like, then why write?
Yeah, that would make me so sick. You don't want to.
I think that's how people like James Patterson. I think that's how they write.
Yeah.
They've crafted everything.
Yeah.
The twists and everything. So the whole thing is well mapped out.
Well, they're lucky. Here comes AI. That should help.
Yeah. So before you got into writing, you used to be in journalism.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, let me put it this way. The first time I knew Ashiko Kimani was in high school when I was reading. Was it Zuqka?
Yeah, it was Zuqka. Friday Nation.
Was it Z? I always wonder how it's written.
It was
ZUCKQA.
QKA.
I don't even know what that meant.
I don't know either. Actually, I should, but I probably did know at some points.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interesting story of how I got into this whole thing. So sometimes I don't even know. I've done a lot of journalism work.
You were in corporate before?
Yes, I was. Then I wasn't. Then I was. I actually don't even like talking about my college days. It's one of those. Nothing wrong with the college, by the way. There was no trauma or anything. But I think I'm just one of those people who have been so open about a lot of things in life, and I decided college life is what I'm gonna keep. Yeah, so let people wonder, did she even graduate, or what did she even study and stuff like that. But yeah, I did, and I worked for quite some time, from being a PA to being
PA as in personal assistant?
Yeah, but that was here in Kenya. Eventually, I ended up in a place called Morogoro. I know a lot of Kenyans know Morogoro through the song Da Tomorrow. Morogoro is...
Moro is Morogoro.
Morogoro is Moro. Moro is Morogoro.
I always thought it's tomorrow.
No. It's Morogoro. It's a town. It's an industrial town somewhere at the end of Dar es Salaam. We used to take about 6 hours to drive from Morogoro to Dar es Salaam, but the roads were good.
Did your Kiswahili get better?
No, it didn't. Actually, the funny thing is that the first days... So now the Kiswahili in Dar es Salaam is quite easy. It's very easy if you've been to Morogoro. I don't know what they speak. It's supposed to be Swahili, but I don't know what they speak. So
in Dar es Salaam or in Morogoro?
In Morogoro. Because it's influenced by the local tribe.
It's like a sheng.
Yes.
The accent is still Kiswahili. Is it like...
It's debatable.
Is it like... The accent is also... You know, like if you speak Kiswahili... and then mix it with, let's say, Luhya, and then you speak it with a Luhya accent.
I think it sounds a bit like Taita.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it sounds a bit like Taita, Taita. I'm Taita speaking the Swahili, so all those words they put. I remember the first month or so, I used to go to the market with a translator. I could understand what they were saying. Imagine as Zairian speaking Swahili, you know, that kind of thing.
Batoto.
Yeah, that kind of thing. It was very much like that. So I used to get very frustrated. So I'd get one of the drivers at work take me to the market.
Did you get into Kiswahili or Tanzanian novels when you were there reading?
No.
What about music?
Oh yeah. That we were there when we were there during TID when it was coming out, you know. Kina, what is this bicycle guy?
The Kuku Kapanda bicycle.
That was Nani. Anyway, that era of the early 90s, we were there, and I've actually to date I love bongo. Of course, Kiba is still top for me.
From there, from corporate, you come to...
I went to the UK. So there was... I usually call it my moment of either it's always self-discovery or total loss of me, because it was an interesting moment, but I hated the UK.
Why did you hate the UK?
It's just so cold, and I don't even mean the weather. It's not even the weather, man. It's just the whole...
Yeah? What is it? People are cold?
The people are not even actually let me not try and make it better a lot, but of course there are a lot of nice English people, and a lot of them we were friends with, but there's just something off about England for me. I'm spoiled, and I love people, and I like having opportunities to see people when I want to. not when they are absolutely free after 5 years. And I hate being a second-class citizen. Of course, there is racism. Don't let anyone ever lie to you. It might not be loud. Sometimes it's loud, but it's there.
Is it like something they speak or something
they will speak it? They will show it. A lot of times it's showing it. Yeah, and a lot of times even on the phone, because the minute you don't speak British, then
Did you learn to speak British?
I did, and it was out of necessity.
Would you still do it on cue today?
I do, but don't ask me to. I do. Once in a while when I need to, which is actually really sad, I think, in a way. If I need to get to a place, you know how I dress, yeah? I'm very casual. I'm a very casual dresser. And sometimes you go to places and you can see people like,
so you speak British.
I remove my British.
And then they're like, oh, this is just
these are tourists.
This is a rich person.
Amma is a tourist. But then you just get it actually sucks to see that in our own country, because I came back here because of one of the reasons was like it felt, I was tired of having to prove myself over and over that I'm good enough for this. I knew I was a million times more intelligent than people I worked with when I worked. But you'll never get that opportunity, because once you're black, two, you're a foreigner, three, your accent is wrong. There's just so many things you need to overcome to become, including changing your skin color. So when you come back home and that still kind of creeps up once in a while, it makes me sadder than it made me back there.
So what were you doing in the UK?
Like I told you, I wasn't going there to do anything in particular. It was like a moment of, I wanted to
You're finding yourself.
I was finding it. I was actually going to see my brothers. I had to, at that time I had two brothers in the UK. And they, and I had just wrapped up my contract in Dar es Salaam. So I didn't have a work permit. So I just thought I should take a holiday, go see my brothers before I come back to Kenya and decide what to do. And then what did they do? They gave me a very long visa. It was like 5 years, and I'm like, okay, what do I do with this one? It's not like I'm going back to Kenya to do anything. So I went, and I don't know, it's very hard to explain how you end up staying and you're actually not doing anything. But I started walking dogs. So I was a dog walker, very well-paid job. And then
Do you put that in your CV?
I wish I could, but I think that they would. I think they would look down on that. At some point, I started. It's a story that I am unable to thread properly because I can't remember how this happened. But probably people of my generation might remember Topi Liambila. Topi Liambila used to work for KBC at some point. Him and his wife Mariam. And he moved to London and started working for the BBC. And we met in one of the gatherings, and then we became friends. And then Topi was running a website. It was called KenyaLondonNews.com. So it was like a blog website with all news, connecting the two. So what I can't remember is how why I wrote for him. But I ended up writing for him every week. He gave me a job. But I think I wrote something and then he saw it. But I can't remember if it was him who asked for it or it was me who offered it. And he liked it and he said, no, you need to be writing. And then the next thing, Topi is sending me to go cover the stuff like the London Marathon. So I'd have, backstage access and stuff like that. When our politicians come, that's how I met Raila Odinga. He'd send me. And then I just eased into that somehow. And I think I would say I've never looked back. So even when I came back, same thing. Yeah.
So when you came back?
When I came back, I was so happy. There's a certain freedom. And I'm like, gosh, look at all these black people, so cute.
Do you think that feeling of being, the racism when you're out there, do you think maybe it contributes to things like mental illness, something? For some people, like,
I think the weather does. I think the weather is solely responsible for that.
Yeah.
No.
Like it couldn't give you anxiety?
No, unless I was walking in an unsafe place. No, I personally, I never did get conscious. What I actually did become was vicious.
Vicious?
Yes. I was ready to take you on, by the way, if you bring that. I was ready, and a couple of times I did. And the thing is that the minute you show, like, I'm not afraid of you, they sort of back away because they are counting on your fear. So if you don't show it, it throws them off balance. So it got me vicious. It did not cower me at all.
Do you think your experience abroad has colored your literature? Like, has it influenced? Like, if you had not gone and lived abroad, do you think you'd write different books?
I don't know. I guess we'll never know, Eric, because I did write. My first book, I wrote it when I was in London. I started writing it when I was in London.
What kind of book was it?
It was Nairobi Cocktail. I started writing it in London, yes. Because at that moment I did not publish it.
Published in 2020, around 2020.
No. Nairobi Cocktail was in 2014. Nairobi, my first book was in 2014. Yes.
I have always been under the impression you published in 2020.
No. Nairobi Cocktail 2014. Immigrant Cocktail was 2018.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if my literature would have been different. I know a lot of. I have a lot of stories I've collected in my travels.
So you started writing in London?
Yes, I started writing it in London.
So now that's a question I can ask. So actually, even the Zuqka, you did it before you went to London?
No, Zuqka we started but Zuqka started in 2007.
When did you go to London?
When? 2001.
So you came back around 2005?
6 December.
So you'd already written, you started writing the book? Or
around 2004.
And you finished it in?
I don't know. It was a very long running book because I wasn't even writing it as a book. It was kind of venting. It was kind of venting because I was really homesick.
What were you venting? Like, what was the?
I was writing the book about the things I was missing back home. But I remember one time I went with a white friend to I keep forgetting what town that is, but it was some big place in the north of England. Sa tuseme like you're going to Lodwar. Wajua huko ndani? And then we went to a nightclub. And then I had not seen a black person in like 3 days.
How does that feel, by the way?
Very weird. It feels very weird. So but the good thing is that they were really nice people.
So color does matter.
I think it does. So actually, I don't blame those black kids who are always going to see Muzongo. It's like they're curious. They've not seen this. It was not unfriendly. It was a really nice village and people were really nice to me and the kids were all so needy and the mothers were so embarrassed when the kids were touching me like this. But I did take offense. So anyway, I remember when we on the 5th night we went to the nightclub and there was one black dude. We have never had like long lost siblings like that. We just saw each other across the room, by the way.
From which country?
No, he was Irish, Black Irish.
Black Irish.
Yeah, Black Irish. So he was born in Ireland, but he's black. But we saw each other across the room, and oh my God, just stood and we went and we hugged. And now Badai is when my friend was like, you know him? They're like, no clue. I was just so happy to see another black face, So it's that kind of, it's those small things you live for. Yeah. But I don't think, was it negative? In some ways, I guess, because, this thing of always having to think people are thinking you're a lesser human because of your skin color. But I would not have, I don't think it made me... I don't think it affected me mentally.
You call the book Nairobi... Is it
Cocktail?
Nairobi Cocktail? Yeah.
Nairobi Cocktail.
So you use the word cocktail in that first book.
Yeah.
And you've used cocktail in your subsequent books. What's that about?
There's an Australian author whose name I can never remember. But that Australian author has all her books with when. There's a word that always appears in titles of her books. And I thought it was super awesome. So because it helps with branding, I think, you know.
Why cocktail?
Why cocktail is a problem? Because for me, the cocktail is, I thought it, you know, the way people try to have one particular character as the lead character, and anybody who reads that book can tell so and so is the lead character. I couldn't do that. I kept jumping from one character to the other to the other. So I have like about 4 very strong characters. And different people would decide different characters were the lead. So when I was reading, I was like, I don't know, you know, I kept thinking, this is like a cocktail. I can't even tell, you know, I was talking to myself. And then I'm like, wait, I can call it Nairobi Cocktail.
Do you talk to yourself?
A lot. Who doesn't? You see people do.
Yeah, sure.
I think it's a normal thing. I think it would be, just talk to yourself. Yeah, you see, I think everybody talks to themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I was like, oh, Nairobi Cocktail. So now after Nairobi Cocktail is when I started reading that Australian, and I feel I feel angry when I can't remember her name, because I think I should pay tribute to her, because it was a woman. So that's where I got the idea from. So became that branding that makes my life easier in choosing book titles.
So so now cocktail is like collection of stories.
Yeah.
The
brand, the cocktail brand.
Cocktail of the Savannah. Cocktail of unlikely
tales. Nairobi Cocktail, Immigrant Cocktail.
A series of was it unfortunate events?
I don't think I've read it.
Yeah. Like when I say unlikely, I immediately the one.
Your head goes to that one.
Yes,
okay.
Events. Yeah, so you write the book, or you start writing it, and then you come back to Kenya, and you get into
media,
and then
here we are.
How did you like the media?
How did I like it?
Yeah.
I actually loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I don't have anything bad to say about that stint, which I still have to date. But maybe it's because I've never given myself fully, like totally 24/7. But I have no complaints to make.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's been quite good to me.
At what point did you think to yourself that I could write books?
It's hard to tell, because maybe because now my friend Ndosho Ngugi, Ndosho is Ngugi wa Thiong'o's son, who is also an absolutely amazing author, writer. He writes, now Ndosho writes crime novels. So one time, and I think it was a winter in the UK, I was chatting with him. He lives in the US. And I was sort of venting, I was sad. I was probably crying. I'm a last born, I cry a lot. Yeah. And I'm like, no, I want to go home. I'm so sad. Then he's like, why don't you just write, typical. Just write down what is eating you. So he's like, typical. It's a typical advice from an author.
Yes.
So he's write down. Andika. You will feel better.
Had you written before that?
Well, I was still writing for Topi.
For?
Topi Liambila, the Kenya London News guy. Okay. But book, no. So that was my first one. So I didn't even have a laptop at that time, because a laptop for what? Yeah. So I wrote in a notebook. Started feeling better. Then I would write and write and write. And then I don't know, maybe it was Dosho's influence, or maybe my because I was a reader anyway. But one moment I was like, this could be a book. I could characterize these people. And then I started very slowly. But it wasn't because I wanted to publish. So so you hear how long I wrote that book for. It's years. It's a lot of years. Between about 2004 to 2014 when it was published. It was a long time.
So at what point did you think of publishing? Like
when I came back. When I came back, and I think also now that bit, the biggest influence was Kombani. Kombani was just, he'd written a beautiful with the villains of Molo. And that actually had a big influence. I'm like, actually, you can, I can publish and try to.
He was also in corporate, I think. Yeah?
No, he's still in corporate. He's a banker. So I remember going to an event Kombani had prepared for authors, and I thought I'd pick, tips here and there. Unfortunately, most of them they had publishers behind them. Publishers who had already rejected me, not rejected, like not given me what I thought was attention I deserved. There was one human who was self-published, but they refused to give me advice. I don't know why, because there are no state secrets, really. So I said I would, and I did. And it was a really terrible book, actually. Not the story, but the preparation. The book was not well edited. The book was, there was so much wrong with it. That book was originally 150,000 words. When by the time it's been redone about 2 times since then, it's now about 100,000 words. 50, and we haven't lost the essence of the story. So about 50,000 words were useless. We didn't need them, and there was a lot of errors in that book. But that book, I think, is my favorite piece of work.
Why so?
Because it validated me. It made me know things about me I didn't know. Like, dudes, I'm an author. I can write stories. I can spin a good story. Because even the people who review the book and that come and tell me, Shiko, kweli we ni mwandishi, your mistakes are out of this world. But dude, the story is so good. So after that first time, which sold very well, that book, I thought if I write another book, people will not buy. They'll just judge me by the other one. But people have been buying.
I agree because I read Cocktail of the Savannah last year. I read it in 3 sittings in different, like it's not like consecutive.
Yeah.
But in each of these, maybe the second sitting doesn't count because I didn't read much. Remember the first sitting, I meant to read it like, let me read it between this time, like for an hour. I ended up reading it into the night.
I love hearing that though. And that's what got me, people having faith in me even when they shouldn't have. Because really, the way that book was done, the first book was done, people should have like given me a good bashing and I'd have deserved it. But even the ones who did that come and tell me, hey, in fact, the fun that was made about that book and how it was edited was made by me, because I'm like, why are people not talking about it? We all know it's terrible. So I went even in the papers. If you go and review that, I have written whole pieces of explaining what I did wrong, what I think is wrong, stuff like that. Because I'm like, I don't know, there's only a few people who are being, but the people would just talk so that we can learn. And then I was so happy because there's a time I noticed I started having so many emails. Then I realized they were all from KU. And then a professor had told them they need to ask me questions about self-publishing and the journey and all that, the things you can go wrong and all. And that's why I cannot be ashamed of that bad work I did. I think I did it for the good of the for the bigger good, for the greater good. And then coming to like Immigrant, Nairobi, Savannah, and then having it done as a unit at the UON, now that was huge for me.
Savannah?
Yes, Cocktail from the Savannah.
That, I think like a unit?
Yeah, it was a whole unit. The those are the things that validate you even when you're doubting yourself. Those are the things also that scare me, because I'm like, it was aikuaga serious even, by the way, you know, that kind of thing. Because first I hate being in a competition, and sometimes these things, they make you feel like you're in the competition. I don't like competition. I'm not ambitious enough for competitions, by the way. I don't even aspire to be the greatest. I think there's too much pressure in that, and I could use that time to, I don't know, scale a mountain or something. That's like that.
That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Like, you say you're not ambitious.
No.
Who claims mountains who is not ambitious?
But you see, I'm not competing. It is not ambitious. Yeah. I think it's this is you measuring yourself. Because in that mountain, I'm not going saying I'm going to climb faster than this, because in the mountain, first of all, it's impossible to compete. Yeah, because everybody, it treats you differently. It treats everyone very differently. But for me, a mountain is like me telling myself I can.
You know, yesterday I was here with Kauma, and we talked about physical features and their power. So he talked about the lake, and he's from the lake side. So he told me more about the lake and water. So what do you think? Like, is there something about mountains for you, which is not just like an outdoorsy thing, but also cultural?
For me, first, Morema, Adwa Morema,
That's what I'm asking.
First of all, I worship the guy, the god of Moyokoyo, facing Mount Kenya. Like we usually say, I pray facing Mount Kenya. So just to be clear, in case people are wondering, you mean she's not Christian? No, I'm not Christian. I pray.
But you're wearing Rasta colors.
Yeah, but the Rasta life is a lifestyle. Yeah, this one. But it's not about spirituality. This is a lifestyle. First of all, you've not seen people who are more peaceful than the Rastas. Yeah, of course, it's a religion. But wearing colors does not make me...
Do you listen to reggae?
Oh, yeah, I love reggae. I love reggae. Yeah. And there are a lot of things that the Kikuyu did that I don't do. You get? Because it's a different world. You can't really say... Because, there are so many things that I would do that are a bit questionable if I was doing like our foreparents used to. But this... For me, if you see me praying, whether I'm facing Mount Kenya or not, I am praying to the God of Mount Kenya. Yeah? Mountains, of course, are a huge thing. And like the Gikuyu land is in the middle of 4 mountains that are sacred.
Which ones?
So there's, of course, Mount Kenya. There's Kiajahi. What do you call this? Donyo Sabuk. And of course, there's there's Ngong Hills, not Longonot, Ngong Hills, and there's the Aberdare Ranges. So that's the Gikuyu sit right bang in the middle of those 4 mountains. So those 4 have significant spiritual value for me. So for me, when I go to the mountains, it's just more than conquering myself. It's a bit like feeling
transcendent.
Yeah, it's special for me.
But you read a lot, yeah?
I read a lot, although I've had a reading block the last 2-3, but I'm just getting back into my first book after about 3 months, which is awesome. It's
3 months. It's long for you, yeah?
It's too long. I've never gone more than 2 days without reading.
So when you try reading a book,
my mind just blocks. I can't process what is.
What about writing?
Writing. Like, I think I told you earlier that when I'm with my book, I have a book with the publishers right now, and that has kind of thrown me off balance because I don't know what to expect. I've never worked with a publisher. So this sitting and waiting to see if they approve the manuscript is...
Could that be the reason you're not reading?
It's possible. It's possible. No. This started before I submitted the book. Okay. Yeah, but what I'm definitely doing right now is doing the scheduled jobs. Those ones, whether I like it or not, I have to.
Tell me about your show.
It's called Author's Feet. Author's Feet is...
Where can people view it?
It's on YouTube. Author's Feet. It's actually called Author's Feet.
And that means something.
It means something. Now, I am the show's host. Maybe we should tell your viewers it's a bit more like this one. So we talk to authors and look for, it's their journeys and stuff they did. So I think me and Eric are complementing each other in this one, because I don't think you can have enough of these programs. Actually, we need to reach as many people as needed, because our literary scene is still very
small.
It's small. It's far behind. With I think it needs as much help as it can from every corner. So Authors Feats, I'm the host. There's a lady called, an amazing woman called Cynthia Abdallah. Cynthia Abdallah is the producer. She owns Cynthia Abdallah Production. So Cynthia is one of those. She asked me, Shiko. I said, okay, yes, let's do this.
So what have you learned from doing the show?
From that, that we are actually a bunch of amazing authors. First of all, we have very big stories. That we have a lot of loopholes we have a lot of hurdles to jump to get to where we need to be. We seem to have the same problems. Authors, we are struggling with the same things, and you have to keep wondering, so if we know the problem, why is no one...
Which are the problems?
Things like lack of support from the government, from the publishers, and then we still have to change Kenyans' minds. Although I am never one to say Kenyans don't read. Kenyans have been reading, me personally, for 10 years. And for 10 years. And I might not be selling like, I don't know, Deborah or Joanne Tatia, but I have sold.
Well, they are also Kenyan. So
they are also Kenyan.
So
exactly.
It adds to your point.
Exactly. It comes back to my point that Kenyans are reading. Kenyans read. It's just that we struggle with how to market, how to package ourselves, how to distribute. It's the same problems. But also seeing that there's hope with people like, can I mention, like Nuria, who've come through. People like Cheche Bookshop, they also now have our books on their bookshops. It makes it accessible, makes it easy. I don't think I would yet thank these big bookshops, because they only come to you when you make it. The minute they will take an author and mold them and grow with them, then I'll thank them. But maybe I should thank them that they've actually swallowed that pride kidogo and come for you, even if it's only when you make it. It's the same problems. But also we have the younger generation, like you guys, you're awesome because you're very united. We had, I think our time was a bit of dog eat dog.
Well, there was Kwani during that time.
Yeah, there was Kwani. But where is Kwani now? Why did Kwani die? Don't ask me why he died. Go and find out for yourself why Kwani died. So anyway, my hope is, what I drew from is that because I've been watching the younger generation get into this, and they've got fight like you've never seen, and the unity. I think there's hope. And then of course we've got people like Ikitabu. They are taking risks with authors, and they are molding them, and they are willing to do things with them, like Scholar Mora. Her books were translated into Italian, her poetry.
That's your publisher?
Exactly, that's the same publisher. So there's hope. There's hope.
Have you ever had an issue with plagiarism?
What actually happens is not mostly plagiarism. It's I've had, but usually social media posts. But what happened is the piracy.
Yeah, that's the one I mean. Like,
my first book was pirated.
On
the streets of Nairobi. And I'm like, wait.
Well, that's almost a badge of honor in itself.
It was, but it was shocking.
It
was shocking.
What did you do?
See, I just asked them, that kind of thing. You're so shocked.
Alikuambia.
He's like, advertise, it's not ours. Ni mtu alileta hapa sisi tumuuzie.
So they just went and printed it?
Yeah.
How do they get that?
I don't know. There has to be. I don't know. I don't like to speculate because I might point fingers. But since that time when I went back, they were not there, and I've never seen them again. Kenyans, thank you. You guys, you're doing amazing, supporting us. yeah, it can get better, and we will get better. Yeah.
So that was yet another fantastic episode of Conversations in Literature. I was here with Ciku Kimani-Mwaniki. Actually, it's Ciku Kimani-Mwaniki.
Ciku Kimani-Mwaniki.
Okay, Ciku Kimani.
Kimani is my father.
Okay, Ciku Kimani-Mwaniki. My name is Eric Rogara. This was Conversations in Literature. Subscribe to the channel so that we can continue doing more episodes. And we are sponsored by Nairobi Academic Press.